Hello guys, this story here is confusing, and I would like you to pay attention because I think there's something the police might be missing. So this man here and his wife were sleeping in the night, and in the early hours of Thursday, 4th of January, Abubakar Musa woke up and found his wife bleeding profusely on the neck. Out of fear and confusion, he rushed out to reach out to the neighbors, and the neighbors called for an ambulance and took her to the hospital. Amin Maman, the wife of this man, was rushed to the hospital, but before she could get to the hospital, it appeared that she lost a lot of blood and then she died. This incident was reported to the Damaturu Police Department in Yobe State, where the incident happened. Abubakar Musa was immediately placed under arrest for questioning. Not anything serious, but the police needed to get some information from him as regards to what happened to Amin, his wife. While in the police custody, Abubakar Musa was asked a couple of questions as regards to what happened to the wife, but the story was that he woke up in the middle of the night and found his wife bleeding. That was when he called the neighbors, who then called the ambulance, and she was rushed to the hospital before she eventually passed away. The police examined Amin's body and observed that where she was bleeding from appeared to have been stabbed by an object. It could have been a knife, but it wasn't stated. And when this was brought to Abubakar, he was like, who stabbed his wife? And the police was like, how would we know? You were the one in bed with her when this incident occurred. Now the big question is this: who stabbed Amin? Was there an intruder inside the house that stabbed her and the husband was not aware? Or was he the one that stabbed her himself? The fact that he was the one alone with her in the room made him the prime suspect. Immediately, the case was transferred to the state CID, and that made it a big case because he was insisting that he did not stab the wife, and he did not know if anyone had stabbed the wife. All he knows is that they were both sleeping in the bed, and he woke up in the middle of the night to find her screaming and fighting for her life. But the police didn't buy his story because it doesn't make sense. Looking at the woman's body, she was clearly stabbed. Well, it is not stated if they went to his apartment to carry out a search, but he was tagged as someone who had most likely killed his wife. Now, Amin's sister, Susan, had come out on social media to say Abubakar Adamu was the one who killed her sister. But the funny thing is that she herself doesn't even know why. She also doesn't even have a motive as to why Abubakar would kill his wife. But the police had to continue with their investigation because if for any reason they would want to lay the allegation on him for killing the wife, they would have to come out with a motive as to why Abubakar would kill Amin, the wife. But the police couldn't come up with anything tangible. The only thing they could find out is that they both work in the same place, which happens to be the Yobe State University. That was the only thing they could find. The neighbors said they had no idea if this couple had a fight. They appeared to have been living cool and peaceful all the time. There was no quarrel, there was no disagreement, and it is not been said if Amin had told anyone if she was having issue with her marriage. To the best of everyone's knowledge, there was no issue with the marriage. Even Amin's sister, who despite strongly willed that it was Abubakar who had killed his wife, could not come up with a motive as to why Abubakar would kill her sister. Now, one would think maybe the sister had told her something, or probably she knew of a previous fight that could get serious, or probably she knew of something that could warrant the husband to have killed his wife, or maybe money or a woman somewhere, or is there a possibility that he's tired of the marriage and had to kill the wife so as to move on? But she herself is confused. She couldn't point out as to the reason why he would kill the wife. Was it provocation? Was it crime of passion? But she herself doesn't know why. Now, to be honest, until there is an established motive or reason as to why Abubakar would kill the wife, his story as to waking up to see the wife bleeding and struggling for her life still holds a little bit of water. Now, if this case should get to the court, Abubakar still has a chance, because if he would be alleged to have killed the wife, there should have been a motive as to why he would kill his wife. Now, this story is even more confusing because if you're saying he killed his wife, he was the one who screamed for help, for the neighbors to come and help her. He was the one struggling to save her before the ambulance could arrive. Now, this doesn't look like the activities of someone who would want the wife to die. Now, it is possible that he pretended to do all of this because he knew at the end the wife is eventually going to die. But it is also possible that that is exactly what happened, that his story is genuine, that he woke up in the middle of the night to find the wife bleeding, which is also possible because up until now he has not admitted to killing his wife. Until then, there is still a possibility that he did not do it. Which now brings us to the question of who then killed the wife? Could anyone have broken into the house in the night to stab his wife? Wouldn't he have seen something or heard something? Wouldn't he have noticed that the door was not locked? Because it was established that the both of them were the only ones living together and there was no third party in the house. There was no relatives, no neighbors, no friends, and it was not said if they had any kid that could have carried out that act. So who could have killed Annie? So if she was stabbed on her neck that made her bleed to death, who did it? People are now making posters for Amin, asking for justice for her because they believe the husband had killed the wife, even though it is hard not to believe that he didn't do it because they were the only two people in the house. Well, do I think that Abubakar did it? Well, this case is hard and confusing because he was the only one on site when the incident happened, and all the odds are seriously against him. However, if we go by the rule of proving beyond reasonable doubt, there is still a little bit of doubt there because Abubakar is still insisting that he did not kill his wife, that he woke up in the middle of the night to find the wife bleeding and struggling for her life. Abubakar was the one who also called for help, and she could have been alive because if you look at the whole scenario, she was even given medical attention at the hospital before she eventually passed away. So there is that chance that if he really wanted her dead, he could have done that discreetly and not in a way where everybody would know. I feel like if he had wanted to do that to his wife, it wouldn't have been this obvious or clear that everyone would see and know. But on the other thought, could it be that they were fighting and out of anger he stabbed her and had to stage the whole drama just to cover up in order to prove his innocence? Well, according to the neighbors, she was actually still alive when they rushed into the room and took her to the hospital. So she could have said something if he really did something to her. Like, I don't know, there's just a lot of theories as regards this particular story. So there's a little bit of chance that he might be innocent. But the question is, if Abubakar is innocent, then someone has to be guilty and responsible for that act. Although there are a group of people in the internet who believe that she may have done it herself. That could be a possibility too. But then again, if she had stabbed herself in the neck or probably had cut herself on the neck, they should have found the objects in the house. Well, nothing was said about that, and I don't know if the house was actually searched to get the object that was used to stab her. I don't know if the house was searched to find the object that's to use as the murder weapon. The information was not given, even though it might appear that Abubakar did it, but there was no information given as to if the object was found around their house. But at the time of making this video, Abubakar is still in prison. It is most likely that he will be charged for the murder of the wife because right now he's the only one in the view. Now my question to you is this: Do you think Abakar killed the wife? Or do you think she did it herself? Or do you think there is a third party that had boggled the house and that stabbed Amin? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share.